Have you seen Easy A? Have you seen Cruella? Well, I'm sure you've come across Emma Stone at some point. She's become a very recognizable face in Hollywood, and her personality is one that fans adore. We're here to tell you what Emma Stone is really like when the cameras aren't rolling. Stay tuned and see if there are any facts that surprise you. Emma Stone isn't real? This may or may not surprise you, but Emma isn't actually Stone's name. She was born Emily Jean Stone in Scottsdale, Arizona. Emma didn't want to change her name, but when she became a part of the Screen Actors Guild, there was already somebody named Emily Stone. Apparently, when she was 16, she picked Riley to be her new name, but when she was a guest star on Malcolm in the Middle and they were calling for her, she just didn't respond. I mean, I wouldn't either because I would have forgotten that I changed my name. After that, she decided on Emma, an ode to her favorite Spice Girl, Baby Spice, Emma Bunton. Well, if I could be anyone, then maybe I'd like to be a Spice Girl too. Which Spice Girl would you want to be? Raspy voice from Colic. We all know Emma Stone from her raspy and sultry voice. However, she thinks there is a reason for it. Emma believes that it came from her being a colicky baby. When a baby is colic, they cry non-stop for unknown reasons. Stone believes that her constant crying is what made her voice the way it is today. She said to Now Toronto, "I scream myself hoarse every day and develop nodules as an infant. I have calluses on my vocal cords, which makes me lose my voice all the time and makes doing something like screaming in a scene over and over really rough because then I love my voice for like a week." Wow, that does sound painful. Now whenever I see her in anything and she has to scream, I'm going to hope she doesn't lose her voice afterwards. Does she have anxiety? Stone is just like many other celebrities, openly speaking about mental health, which is incredibly important. Back in 2015, Stone revealed that she struggled with anxiety since she was a child. Throughout school, she would be in the nurse's office during lunch, trying to calm herself down from her anxiety. Luckily, she found acting, and that helped her a lot. She said, "There's something about the immediacy of acting. You can't afford to think about a million other things. You have to think about the task at hand. Acting forces me to sort of be like a Zen master. What is happening right in this moment?" She is very lucky that acting helps her with her anxiety, and now she's made it into her career. Do you have any tips or tricks to help calm yourself or someone else down when they need it? Let's share them down below because it's always good to have a few. PowerPoint genius. Many celebrities have different funny stories they share during interviews, but Emma Stone's is a bit different. She has continuously spoken about how she convinced her parents into letting her be an actress. She said, "I made a PowerPoint presentation for my parents when I was 14. I asked them to let me move to LA. It was all about why I should be an actor. I never wanted to do anything else from 7 on. It wasn't a flight of fancy." However, if you thought that was the only time she used her PowerPoint skills, then you're mistaken. She continued with, "I asked to be homeschooled in a different presentation when I was 12. That was on a clipboard. I'm not kidding. I make presentations because when I feel strongly about something, I cry." I think that's really cute how she used presentations to convince her parents to do things. Would you ever use a presentation to convince your parents of something? What would you try to convince them? Keep watching to learn more about what Emma Stone is really like in person. No redheads here. In 2012, Emma Stone was cast in The Amazing Spider-Man and dyed her hair blonde. Many fans were surprised at the hair change, but it turns out she's actually a blonde. Apparently, her red locks only appeared when she was cast in Superbad. The director, Judd Apatow, made the suggestion of Emma dyeing her hair because that's what he pictured for the character. After speaking to trusted hairstylist Tracy Cunningham, the dyeing happened and the rest was history. Everyone began to recognize Emma Stone from her red hair, and she kept it after that until she changed it back to blonde. I wonder if I'd look good with dyed hair. Maybe I should give it a try and see how it goes. Rock bottom audition. Obviously, many people have stories of when they missed out on an opportunity, and Emma Stone is now an exception. She auditioned for the role of Claire Bennett on the Fox hit show Heroes. During her audition, she heard in the other room the praise another actor was receiving. She heard, "A girl had just done it," and they were saying, "You are our pick. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're an 11. Turns out the girl they were speaking to was Hayden Panettiere, who did end up getting the role. After going home and being upset, Stone ended up booking a gig with Drive and Superbad, so missing out on Heroes was definitely not rock bottom for Stone. Broadway performance. When any actor makes it known that they can sing and dance, then they usually end up on Broadway at some point, and Emma Stone is no different. In 2014, Stone ended up playing Sally Bowles in Cabaret. She took the role from Michelle Williams and did it from November 2014 to February 2015. She said that it was a nerve-wracking experience, but she learned a lot of pre-show habits that she still finds useful. She also earned positive reviews from Marilyn Stasio, who complimented her acting. Later, we saw Stone put all of her Broadway skills on display in La La Land, which also helped her get her first Oscar. Have you seen La La Land? Did you like the performance? She is funny and has a strong social awareness. Emma Stone is a very recognizable face in Hollywood, so she's had to deal with a lot of paparazzi, especially when she was dating Andrew Garfield from 2010 to 2015. During their relationship, they figured out a pretty interesting way to use this media attention to their advantage. In 2012, the two were eating at a restaurant and left when they found paparazzi were outside snapping pictures of them. They left with signs that read, "We just found out that there are paparazzi outside the restaurant we were eating in. So why not take this opportunity to bring attention to organizations that need and deserve it?" They then listed websites for charities like Gilda's Club and Worldwide Orphans Foundation. They did this again in 2014, but mentioned the Youth Mentoring Connection and Autism Speaks instead. I think this is a pretty clever way to use your presence. If more famous people did this, then we would have more pictures of charity websites than of their faces. Musician equals tattoo. Many celebrities' tattoos have some buzz when they're revealed, but Emma Stone's was very significant because a famous musician designed it for her. She revealed that she and her mother Krista were going to get matching tattoos of bird feet for the Beatles song Blackbird. This was all in celebration of Krista's cancer recovery. To top it off, Sir Paul McCartney designed the tattoos himself. Stone wrote a letter to McCartney asking if he could draw two little bird feet for their tattoos. He replied and did just that. So we can safely say that the Stones' tattoos are definitely special. I mean, how many people have a tattoo that was designed by Paul McCartney? I almost want to say no one. If you could ask a celebrity to design you a tattoo, who would you ask? SNL love. Stone has hosted SNL many times, but who knew that in 2016, the hosting gig would lead her to her husband, Dace McCary. McCary directed fan favorite Wells for Boys and has worked at SNL since 2013. When the two met, they started dating and confirmed the relationship in 2017. In 2019, they were engaged and they tied the knot in 2020 before welcoming their baby girl in 2021. It's safe to say that their relationship together has been a loving and magical one where now Stone is playing one of the most important roles of her life, the role of a mother. Airborne phobia. In the 2011 film Crazy Stupid Love with Ryan Gosling, Stone needed to be lifted into the air into the Dirty Dancing pose. She knew that before filming, but she ended up freaking out because she has avoided anything airborne since she was a child. This is only because she broke both of her arms during a gymnastics class. So now she's pretty terrified of any airborne activity. I don't blame her because I'd be terrified too if I had broken both of my arms. It's okay, Emma. I get you. Anyways, that's it for this video. You've just learned about what Emma Stone is really like, and I say she's pretty cool and normal. Is there anything else you'd like to know about her? Let us know down below.